My name is Lina, and I am 26 years old. I live in a small, quiet town with my parents and my younger brother. Every morning, I wake up early, help my mother cook breakfast, and then go to my small art shop in the market. I love painting more than anything. When I paint, I forget all my worries. The colors, the brush, and the canvas make me feel calm and free. But not everyone understands that feeling. My relatives often say, Lina, painting is not a real job. You should do something serious. You are wasting your time. Even some of my old school friends laugh and say, you are still selling small paintings in the market? At first, their words made me sad. I started to feel small and useless. I began to think, maybe they are right. Maybe I am not successful like others. I watched people on social media, fancy jobs, cars, and big houses, and I compared my life to theirs. One evening, my father noticed I was quiet. He asked softly, "What's wrong, Lina?" I said, "I feel like my life is going nowhere. People think I am not doing well." My father smiled and said, "My daughter, do you think you are doing something wrong?" I stayed silent for a few seconds and then whispered, "No, painting makes me happy." He nodded and said, "Then that is enough. Peace is not about what others think. It is about what you feel inside." Those words stayed in my heart. Still, I wanted to see what life was like if I changed myself to please others. So I stopped painting for a while. I applied for an office job in the city. The pay was good and my friends were impressed. They said, "Now you are doing something real." At first, I felt proud. I wore formal clothes and took the bus every morning. But soon, the job started to feel heavy. I spent hours typing on a computer, staring at numbers and screens. My heart felt empty. Every day I looked at the clock, waiting for the time to go home. I couldn't smile like before. I missed the smell of paint, the sound of the brush, and the joy of creating something beautiful. One Sunday afternoon, I went to the park to rest. There, I met an old art teacher, sitting under a tree and sketching. I watched him for a while and then said, "I used to paint too, but I stopped." He looked up and asked, "Why did you stop?" I said, "Because people said it's not a good career." He smiled gently and said, "People will always talk. Some will say you are too fast, some will say you are too slow, but only your heart knows your real speed." Those words touched me deeply. That night, I couldn't sleep. I looked at my old brushes and paints kept inside a box. I opened them and started painting again. Slowly, softly, happily. From that day, I decided to listen to my heart. I left the office job and returned to my art shop. I painted every morning and evening. I began to sell my art online. At first, I didn't make much money, but people started to love my work. Now I have customers from many places. Some buy my paintings for their homes, and some just come to talk. My little shop is full of colors, peace, and soft music. I don't have a big house or a luxury car, but I have peace. Real peace. Sometimes people still say, "Lina, you could earn more if you worked in an office again." I just smile and reply, "Maybe, but I already have what I need: satisfaction and peace." Peace and happiness come when you accept yourself and your path. You don't need to please everyone. Just make sure your heart is smiling.